Budweiser, Beechwood Age for that clean, crisp taste. This Bud's for you. Burger King, where you get juicy, flame-broiled burgers, the best food for fast times. Your Toyota dealer and the reliable Camry, sedan and wagon. Who could ask for anything more? And by the New York Yankees. Everybody, welcome again to the stadium. Bill White here along with Billy Martin. And Billy, the same problem with the Yankees so far this year, the pitching.
Yes, sir, Bill. It's just like spring training. They were worried about their starting staff. And, of course, Hudson came back with a great job last night. Now they're going to have to fill in the middle relief role. It's a problem Lou's going to have for the next couple of weeks, and we just hope he can solve it.
Rasmus, of course, has pitched well.
Oh, he's pitched very well. We've scored runs, a lot of runs, but the other team has scored a lot of runs, too, and blown us out in the first couple of innings.
And Righetti, of course, same old Righetti's last year when he set a new record for saves.
Well, he's outstanding, and he's going to come out of that bullpen. If we keep him close, he's going to stop him.
Well, tonight's lineup, let's look, first of all, for the visiting team, the Cleveland Indians. They will have Tony Bernazard leading off and playing second base. Julio Franco will play shortstop and bat second. Batting third, the first baseman, Joe Carter. Andy Thornton is a designated hitter. He'll bat fourth. He'll be followed by the left fielder, Mel Hall. Then the right fielder, fine young player, Corey Snyder, will bat sixth. Batting seventh, playing third base, Brooke Jacoby. Chris Bando will catch and bat eighth. And batting ninth for the Cleveland Indians is center fielder, Dave Gallagher. The Yankee lineup has Ricky Henderson leading off and playing left field tonight. Claudell Washington will play center field and bat second. Batting third, the first baseman in a bit of a slump, Don Mattingly. Dan Pasqua is a designated hitter. He'll bat fourth. He'll be followed by the right fielder, Dave Winfield. Mike Pagliarulo will play third base and hit sixth. Batting seventh, playing second base, a fine day yesterday for the Yankee captain, Willie Randolph. The catcher, Joel Skinner, booted out of yesterday's ball game. He'll bat eighth, and the shortstop, Wayne Tollison, will bat ninth. Defensively for the Yankees at first base, Don Mattingly. Willie Randolph will play second. The shortstop is Wayne Tollison. And over at third base, Mike Pagliarulo. Ricky Henderson in left field tonight. Taking over in center field is Claudell Washington. Dave Winfield is out and right, and Joel Skinner is behind the plate. And on the mound for the New York Yankees, right-hander Bob Tewksbury. You see his record 0-1. This is his third appearance in his second start, and he's gotten roughed up, Scooter. He's given up a lot of hits in 4 1/3 innings. He's given up a dozen base hits, and his ERA 16.62. So anything he does positive tonight should get that
It'll
ERA
get it down. Yes, it will, Bill. And it's really great to be back. I've missed talking to our fans, and I'd love to. I know they're out there listening tonight. They're hungry for baseball. And the first pitch is ball one to Bernazard. Switch hitter. 1-1. You give the umpires, White?
There they are, the home plate umpires, John Hirschbeck, Rich Garcia at first, Durwood Merrill at second, and Rick Reed over at third.
All right. Bobby Bonds, the first base coach, outstanding ball player in his day. The Giants was with the Yankees for a while. Now the Indians' first base coach. Bernazard hitting .206, 1 homer, 3 runs batted in.
Bobby has a son playing for the Pittsburgh Pirates.
That's right, Barry Bonds, I believe. Outstanding ball. He runs just like Bobby. He is fast. Might not have the power, at least not right now. So Tewksbury, who suddenly got the baseball, as Charles Hudson did yesterday, just missed. Holy cow.
By the way, Tommy John is still bothered by the stomach virus, and they think he'll pitch on Sunday.
All right. And the count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
No, Tewksbury's got to go out. He's got to be aggressive, Phil. He can't pitch in fear. You've got to really think you can do it and go after the hitters.
Bernazard really with a wide open stance, and he pulls it foul outside of first.
Sometimes you put too much pressure on yourself and you try to be perfect. A lot of times you can get away with the ball right down the middle.
Right down as you got a little extra mustard on it. There's some balls you cannot defense against. All right, there's the youngster. Born in Pennacook, New Hampshire. And ripped to right field. He hung a breaking pitch. Took a little bit off, but it stayed right up around the letters. Well, Bernazard starts the ball game off with a line single to right field. And the batter will be Julio Franco. Franco hitting .267, 1 homer, 5 runs batted in.
This Indian Ball Club led the American League as a team. They hit .284 last year.
They really had an outstanding year. Of course, Carter was the big man in their attack.
They also led the American League in runs scored.
Ball 1. Burner's out. Good base runner. Got to keep an eye on him.
One final, the Boston Red Sox beat the Texas Rangers 4-1. So the Red Sox 4, they're the defending champions in the American League East, and the American League period.
Yep.
And so the Red Sox 4, Texas 1. That's the final from Boston.
Don Bella had another home run.
So did Pete Incaviglia.
Huh.
Strong young
I
man.
missed that. Yes, he is.
That's how the Rangers got their 1 run. Home run into center field by Incaviglia.
1 ball, no strikes. Ball game just underway, and it's turned out to be a beautiful night here at the ballpark. A little low, and again he's trying to nibble. Well, last night I heard that the first 3 batters, Wynn, Gwynn, and Crook, the law firm, hit homers in the first inning to set a major league record, and they still lost the ball game.
Did the 4th guy get hit?
No, he didn't even go down.
What?
Nope. It's a game, White. Not like you used to play it. Ball 3, 3-0. And the fans getting a little impatient, and Lou Piniella, South Merrill in the background.
He doesn't have anybody getting loose behind Tewksbury. I think he's trying to show Bob some confidence.
Strike 1. But as you mentioned, Bill, he's got to come right at him. They get those corners when you're having the problem getting the ball over the plate. The Yankees playing good defense so far this year. They'll give him a chance to turn the double play, although this is a perfect hit-and-run pitch.
Or running hit.
Running hit.
Anything to move the base runner. Stay away from the double play.
He bluffed Bernazard back. Don Mattingly, who's in a slump probably the first time in his career, but it's very early. Good night, and you're back up there. Weird stance by Franco. And a run is going, and it bounces in front of home plate. Ball 4, and it's 1st and 2nd.
You know, one of the veterans out there, either Randolph or Mattingly, should go out now and talk to the Toot. There's Lou Piniella watching. Still nobody getting loose in the Yankee batting in the Yankee bullpen. You see Joel Skinner, the catcher, out talking. A little nicer if Randolph went out there and said, "Hey, son, look here. This game isn't life or death.
No, that's right.
Loosen up a little bit. Make them hit the ball."
Well, you're absolutely right, because it's a cinch that Tewksbury is very nervous. He was roughed up, as you mentioned, his first 2 appearances, a start and a relief appearance. And he's facing the tough Joe Carter right now, batting .276. Got a couple of home runs and 5 RBIs. Ball 1.
Here again, pitching from behind. At some point, he's got to come in with the fastball, and that's when you get hurt with a guy like Carter. Now Mark Connor, the pitching coach, will go out and talk to Bob Tewksbury. Well, we mentioned, Phil, earlier that Ricky Henderson is playing left field tonight, and Claudell Washington is getting a look in center field. The first time this year this has been done, although Lou Piniella did use that lineup in spring training.
Yeah, well, they have talked about Ricky being a little tired, and they had one of the reporters. Yeah, well, one of the reporters had
a game number 8.
I know, White, but listen to me, thy whole story. One of the reporters said that Ricky Henderson's legs are not built for a center fielder. And
they're built for left.
Built for left field. Very big, strong legs. Base hit, right field. That's going to score. Oh, wait a minute. No, that'll score a run. Whoa, going to third. Good throw. They got him. Holy cow. Pagliarulo pulled the dummy play. And Franco was nonchalanting it into third. What a throw by Winfield. I tell you, Big Dave is unbelievable.
Well, we talk about Winfield's arm and his defense. Normally, they wouldn't try to go to third base on Winfield, but here's a base hit by Carter. Loops into shallow right center. Franco, I'm not sure he was running hard. Bernazard was as he scored. Franco was sort of cruising to third base.
That's right, right there. He thought that the throw was going home.
Here's Winfield again, all the way on the fly. All Palaiolo had to do was catch it and move it over a little bit.
Boy, I tell you, Winfield really has cut the Indians' potential big rally down to size now. It's an RBI for Carter, 1 man out. And Andre Thornton, the batter.
Behind again, pitching from behind. You can't do that. Got to get ahead once in a while.
All right, Andre off to a slow start, as you saw his average, 167, no homers, no RBIs. Foul back to the screen. Well, we get our first ball game on WPIX, and we're going to Florida, White. Also Syracuse and Scranton, Tampa, West Palm Beach, Miami, Syracuse and Scranton. Well, I'm not going to mention Scooter and Ann's name, White, like I do every year. Even though they are back in Florida watching the game. I mean, we got so many fans down there. There he goes. Foul back. Boy, he had the bag stolen. It seemed to me, Tewksbury, maybe it's because, as you mentioned, he's very nervous tonight. He's not unloading that ball as quickly as he did last year.
Well, he's thinking about getting the ball over, too, and forgetting about the base runner. Maybe it's good that he is forgetting about that base runner, because now he is ahead in the count finally to one of the Cleveland Indian hitters.
All right, and this one guy, you can't afford to groove one.
Bob Gibson always said, I don't worry about the guy running, I worry about the guy with the bat. He can hurt.
Very true. 1 man out.
Of course, if he swung too hard at Gibson, he'd hit you.
He was mean. Great, but mean. Foul back. And on a play right into the broadcast. Nope, not the broadcast. Who got that? Lou D'Amelio, I think, got that. Right in the press box. Another throw over, and Carter is back. And another throw. Carter's got 3 stolen bases.
Has those long strides.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like he's going anywhere, but eats up a lot of ground with those long strides.
Boy, I tell you, he could almost balk the way he makes that move.
Well, we talked about that deal, the Cub-Indian deal. It looks like the Indians might come out of that deal with the best part of it.
Was it Carter and Hall?
For Sutcliffe?
And yeah, for Sutcliffe. And I think they got somebody else.
A guy named Schultze.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Big curveball missed altogether.
Of course, that 1 year for Sutcliffe, he went over there and won everything, but he's having problems now.
Yep. And a foul. Boy, I tell you, he had Carter flat-footed there. He quick pitched, and Carter didn't have a chance to get a jump, but Thornton fouled it back. That would have been something if Tommy John had started tonight, along with Niekro. Over 90 years worth of experience pitching would have been out on the mound. 48 by Niekro and 43 by Tommy John. Got him, yes! Thornton could not pull the trigger. Big strikeout for Tewksbury.
Remember how they used to have a rocking chair out in the bullpen for Satchel Paige?
Yeah, oh, that was great with an awning over the top. Oh, I used to love it.
There's that knee-high slider again. Evidently, Thornton looking for something else, got a late start with the bat and had to take it.
All right, Mel Hall will be the batter. He had a tremendous home run yesterday. Outstanding game. Charles Hudson pitched, gave up 3 hits, and all 3 were home runs. But like Robin Roberts, nobody on base. That's the way you save ball games. Home runs with nobody on. A high fly to left field. Don Connie just gave me a terrible thought. Henderson there. Holy cow. Remember, he hasn't played left field in a long time. The ball comes out to you differently out there. But even though he's staggered, he made the play. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, a man left. Middle of the first, it's the Indians 1 and the Yankees coming to bat.
I was doing a seminar on network management in Atlanta, making SNA work without IBM. And, I mean, it's booked with MIS guys who don't believe it can happen. So I show them it has happened over one of the largest SNA networks in the world. And here it is. No IBM mainframe, no IBM controllers, no IBM screens on the desks, no IBM iron anywhere. No, just 5 IBM lookalike mainframes, a Wang VS, VS computer at each node, hundreds of them, and thousands of our workstations, the entire continent, one network, and the whole thing, every twist and turn, managed by a Wang VS. I didn't even have to talk to them at all about the applications they were running. I just said, this is how you control a network today. And blink, 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 blink. Like, I could practically see the light bulbs go on over their heads, you know?
Yeah.
In a nation the size of ours, success is achieved when people work together with the right coordination, intelligence, and joy. From flight crew to ground crew, we're sure it is the best way to fly. Korean Air, the art of joyful flying.
Just noticed the hands of his left and during the inning. He says,
Defensively, you're looking at the Indians. Joe Carter at first, Tony Bernard-Zard at second. Julio Franco, the shortstop, and Brooke Jacoby at third. Mel Hall playing left field. Dave Gallagher in center. Corey Snyder out in right field. And Chris Bando behind the plate. He'll have to catch the knuckleball from the youngster, Phil Niekro. Niekro made his first start last Thursday in Toronto. And the Indians won that ball game 14-3, their only win so far this season. Phil Niekro went 5 innings, gave up 7 hits, 2 runs. Both of those were earned. He walked 2 and struck out 2. So Phil Niekro, the knuckleballer, against his former mates, the New York Yankees. And Niekro has no love at all for the Yankees, not the team, not the members of the team, but he's just upset with the Yankee organization.
Yep. And that was something in that same game. Steve Carlton, who I wanted the Yankees to get, and certain people did not want him.
Me.
Oh, I didn't want to say it, so I didn't mention his name.
How old is Mr. Carlton?
That's beside the point. Don Carney asked a very interesting question. How many years are there up in the broadcast booth? 120 plus. I'm not going to tell you exactly. Holy cow, Billy Martin, too.
That's almost 200 years.
Almost. Holy cow. Anyway, where were we? Oh, yeah, Carlton
We're talking about age.
Carlton relieved Niekro, and it was the first time that 2 300-game winners had pitched for the same team in the same game. I know he had a 14-run lead. That's not the point. The point is... All right, here we go. Ricky Henderson, who's got left field legs, is batting right. Knuckleball over, strike 1.
He's got the legs of a pretty good halfback.
He does, but, you know, it made sense, because if he had legs...
That doesn't make sense.
Yes, it does. If he had legs like Michael Jordan, he'd be able to glide more. Look at Winfield, big. He never gets Charlie horses or cramps. 1 ball, 1 strike. Knuckleball dances off the glove of Bando. Phil Niekro, I tell you, he is up there in just about all the categories for wins, strikeouts, games pitched, games started, innings pitched. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Ricky had a thought of letting that ball and nip him on the shoulder. He was late backing out there.
Should get the Crow, Frank Rossetti, to teach him that.
Yeah, but he needs those blousy uniforms the guys used to wear.
Well, with a knuckleball, it's not too bad. I've been hit with knuckleball pitches. Oh, that's gone! Holy cow! Did he cream that one? Oh, holy! Look at Henderson. Look at him sneak up on second base. Now that record, he is getting... Look at that. He went out to right field. Now he's going to left field. This might set a record, but what a shot, White.
Well, he got behind. Niekro got behind and had to come in with something other than that knuckleball. And, hey, fans, you know what happens every time a Yankee hits a home run. Hey, Ricky Henderson, this bud's for you.
All right, now we got to...
Watch his swing. Stays back. Not a long stride. Just pick the front foot up, put it down, and he has his first home run of the year.
Ball game is tied, 1 apiece. How quickly that home run changes the complexion of the ball game. And the Yankees greeting me. Here's Claudell Washington. getting a start. He's batting 200. And strike one to Claudel. Foul back 0-2. Now we have, I had that stat written down, how many leadoff home runs Henderson has hit and how many he needs to break the record. And who is it? Bobby Bonds at first that has it?
That's a good knuckleball.
Oh, that was a dandy. That started outside, danced down and in. And here he is. I tell you, Don Mattingly. We look at that knuckleball again. Watch that break down and in. Woo. Mattingly was so far out in front in yesterday's ball game. All they had to do was throw an off-speed pitch. There's Ricky. He said hello to me twice already this year, White.
Well, last year he established an American League record for leadoff home runs. He hit 9.
Oh, he set the record. Oh, that's right.
American
Bonds,
League.
American League. That's right. Bonds got the Major League record, right? Am I right or wrong? Mattingly batting just 188. No homers, 10 runs batted in. 2 balls, no strikes.
Don's been getting out on his front foot and getting too far out. Struck out yesterday 3 times. First time in his career he's ever done that.
Yep.
He's hard to whiff.
Ball 3-0.
Mattingly struck out just 35 times all last year and 677 times at bat.
By the way, well, after this pitch, he threw the fastball, taken all the way. It's 3-1.
He won't throw the fastball here, I don't think.
No. Bonds, by the way, does hold the Major League record for most homers as a leadoff batter in a season 11. That was 1973. And lifetime 35. Oh, he had a good pitch to go. Yep. Hit the guide wire and bounced back in the mezzanine. The fan grabbed it.
Don was a little late. This is a lazy bat. You don't normally see Mattingly with a lazy bat.
That
see how lazy?
was, yeah,
normally he has the head of the bat out in front of his hand.
Right.
See, the hand's right in front of the bat there.
All right, full count. Now let's see what the wily knuckleballer will throw Mattingly. Mattingly's got to be thinking. He threw the knuckleball, and oh, that was a dandy. Mattingly just fouled it off. But at least he stayed back and waited a little bit there, White.
Well, it's a lot easier to wait on a Niekro because you know he can't throw the fastball by you.
Right.
You can always get a piece of it and foul it back. The big pitch, of course, is that dancing knuckleball.
1-1 ball game in the bottom of the first. And there's a base hit up the middle. Oh, wait a minute. Holy, yep, he didn't. He beat it out. What a play by Bernazard. He came from nowhere to make the catch. And Mattingly, who does not run very well, just did beat it out, White.
And this ball's right back up the middle. Mattingly waited on. Good topspin, but watch Bernazard. He'll dive here. A little bit off balance. Not in time. A legger for Mattingly.
Yeah, if he could have gotten it there on a fly, they would have got him. But a one-hopper, Mattingly just beats it out. So a half dive that was, a half gainer.
All right, a half gainer. You know, something like that can start you.
That's right.
Start you to hitting.
All right, here's Dan Pasqua. And the knuckleball is over, strike 1.
He's having problems making contact.
Yeah.
He's been up 15 times, struck out 5 times.
Yeah, that's not too good. He was in that kind of a groove, which is a bad groove, last spring. 1-1. Had an outstanding spring training, he and Pagliarulo both. But I always bring up what Yogi Berra said. Don't get those homers and big hits in the spring. You only get a certain amount each year. Save them for the regular season. Right, he's right. Now, I don't know. Now, there's what he does when he strikes out. His head is off the ball, number 1, with a knuckleball. And then he's letting go with the left hand. Now, I don't know whether he's trying that Charlie Lau style of pitching. But watch his head in the right hand. He used to hold on. Mattingly
spin
back.
move.
Yeah. 1 out. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
You know, Niekro balks a lot when he's got to have a good move to first base, but a lot of veterans can get away with balk moves. They'll let him go on. That's his natural move. Remember, Larry Jackson used to turn his shoulders as he went down. Louis Tion, he used to ratchet down.
Yeah. Low, and it's 3-2. Now, I believe Pasco will get a fastball here.
Well, Mike Ferraro will give him the sign.
Mike coaching at third. Because if they throw a knuckleball and Mattingly's going, and he does swing and miss, it'll be tough for... There he goes. And it's popped up, but I believe it'll be out of play. Bando didn't see it right away, but it's coming back into the crowd. You see Bando with the big glove.
Glove's bigger than he is.
Yeah, that is probably the biggest.
That's Sal's little brother.
Yep. That was quite a ball player, Sal Bando.
They're Buckeyes.
Ohio State?
No,
You mean
Ohioans.
Ohio. There it is, White. That looks like the glove.
Guante.
That looks like the glove you used at first base when you were playing. Oh, he loves to talk Spanish. He knows a few words in Spanish, and he loves to talk Spanish.
Hey, Milwaukee's leading Baltimore 2-0 in the second.
They haven't lost yet. Ball 4, and he did try the knuckleball, missed. So it's first and second. No, 1 man out. And the batter will be Big Dave Winfield. And he hit a home run in yesterday's game here at the stadium. An upper-deck job. And the pictures in the paper were so... He stood there and admired it, and I don't blame him. And he was going, ooh, man, did I hit that one. Only once in my life I wish I could have hit one like that and been able to stand there. But when you hit an inside the park homer, you got to run from the minute you hit it.
When you played, if you had stood there, the pitcher would have knocked you down while you're looking.
You're right. That is kind of...
Because the umpires would give him the ball right away.
Uh-huh. All right, 1 out. Winfield hitting 400. And it doesn't get too far away from Bando. No advance. 1-1 ball game. Ricky Henderson with a home run. That was Ricky's first of the year, by the way. Last year he had his career year in homers, but his batting average dipped about 50 points. 2 balls, no strikes. I remember, Bill, when Niekro pitched for the Yankees and other clubs, he'd have that 1 bad inning, but now Akers going out. Jack Aker, the pitching coach.
I wonder what he can tell Niekro. First of all, Niekro is probably older than he is.
Oh, yeah.
And one of just 2 or 3 knuckleballers in baseball. So they say, well, Phil, you know, there are 2 guys on.
That's right, he can't say.
And the count's 2-0. Get Winfield out. Let's pause 10 stations along our Yankee Television Network for station identification.
All right, Aker going back to the bench. Mattingly's at second, Pasco at first, a 1-1 ball game, and Dave Winfield with the count of 2 balls, no strikes on him as the batter.
Now here's the key pitch again, Phil. We look at runners at first and second. Niekro might have to come in with the fastball here.
All right. He has been missing with the knuckleball.
You look for it. If it isn't a fastball, if it's a knuckleball, take it.
All right. Let's see, Big Dave. He threw the knuckleball, and it's 3-0. Now here is one guy I have yet to see swing at a 3-0 pitch since he's been with the Yankees, and I'm sure there are times he got the green light, but some hitters just don't feel comfortable swinging 3-0. You see the infield deep, playing Winfield a pull, and the outfield, of course, very deep. 3-0 on Dave. He knuckleballed him on 3-0, and it's ball 4. Holy cow, the bases are loaded. 2 walks, a homer, and a single.
And he's making a dinner reservation for a left-hander.
All right.
The left-hander will have a table for you in a couple of minutes here.
Actually, he's making it for Niekro because he can get to dinner early, and whoever's coming in. So Niekro's setting the table for whoever's coming in. It's not a good table. 3 on, 1 out. And Mike Pagliarulo, the batter. Bags hitting .269, no homers, 2 RBIs. Oh, and it gets away. No, it hit him. An RBI for Pagliarulo on a knuckleball. Mattingly scores, and the Yankees lead 2-0. But make that 2-1.
That's Steve Carlton warming up out there, Scooter. We got a quick glimpse at him. Here's that knuckleball again.
Oh, look at how far that came. Didn't look like it hit him, you know it?
Well, he had his front foot planted and just couldn't skip out of the way. But we're going to get a chance to see your favorite young left-hander.
Okay.
Perhaps.
All right. I never saw him pitch in real life.
Excellent slider. Good curveball.
All right, Willie Randolph, and what a day Willie had yesterday, and it's ball 1.
2 years ago.
Oh, 2 years. All right. We'll see. Randolph batting .320. He had 4 for 5 yesterday with 5 runs batted in. Triple with the bases loaded. They're loaded again. And no, right at the shortstop double. Oh, great reflexes by Franco that time as Randolph hit a line drive. And he grabbed it through to third for the double play. The Yankees come up with 2 runs. And at the end of 1, Yankees 2 and the Indians 1.
In the minors, you must have called it all 1,000 times. Then one day, you got the call.
What's this, rookie umpire?
Here's to you. Beach with age for that clean, crisp taste that says Budweiser.
Compliment for that gentleman.
This bar's for you.
They were a breed unlike any other. Never the biggest, just the toughest. Introducing a new breed of American truck, the mid-size Dodge Dakota. With the heart of a full-size and the spirit of a compact, it's a truck unlike any other. With available V6 power and 8-foot bed, and backed as only Dodge does. For 7 years or 70,000 miles. Dodge Dakota, a lean new breed of American truck.
Turtle Wax gives a hard shell finish. Turtle Wax.
Generation after generation, Turtle Wax has been the world's best-selling car wax. Nothing has been able to clean, shine, and protect your car better. Only Turtle Wax gives a super hard shell finish. And it's still the best-selling car wax in the world.
Turtle Wax.
Nobody tells it like the Daily News.
The Daily News is this sport's favorite paper.
Nobody knows it like the Daily News.
Nobody tells it like Bill Madden in the Daily News.
Nobody. Nobody shows it like the Daily News. Nobody knows it. Nobody shows it. Nobody tells it like the Daily News. Yes. New York's hometown paper.
All right, Corey Snyder leading off here. In the top of the second, he fouls one in the upper deck out of play.
This is one of the best-looking young players to come into the American League in quite a while.
Boy, I tell you, he did a job no matter where they put him. He looked
Third
like
base,
he was at home.
yeah.
Shortstop even.
Right field.
Yep.
That's the only pitch that gives him trouble. That good high hard one.
Up and in. You're right.
But he's got a quick bat. He can play third well, as you mentioned. Excellent arm from the outfield.
He's got 2 home runs already this year.
A grand slammer.
Oh, ho, ho.
See, they're trying to keep that ball up around his letters. Up and in.
All right, so Tewksbury with a 2-1 lead in the top of the second. Inside 2-2. The Indians are expected to be one of the teams, of course it's still very early, battling for first in the American League East after their finish last year. Bouncer foul. They get off to a horrendous start. They have only one win, and Niekro's got that.
Guess who was picked for last in the American League?
Who?
Brewers.
Was it?
Yep.
And they're
7-0 and winning 2-0 early tonight.
Unbelievable. Rip to left field, sinking line drive. It's in for a base hit. Good play by Anderson. Boy, that's the old Ted Williams way of hitting the ball on the upswing and a sinking line drive.
Spin. Yep, it'll get down quickly.
No, White was talking about that kid Snyder. What a quick bat that. Ricky had to really hustle. The ball wouldn't go by him. Mike Ferraro and Piniella talking things over. Brooke Jacoby, the batter. Jacoby hitting just 167, fouled back. He had a home run in yesterday's ball game.
When he first came over from Atlanta, he tried to pull everything. A good fastball here. Lately, though, he's been able to hit home runs the other way.
That's what he did yesterday off Charles Hudson. He hit it in the right center field bleachers.
Good fastball hitter.
That was another good deal that Cleveland came up with.
From the Atlanta Braves.
Butler. He jammed him. Pagliarulo to Randolph. Back to first, double play. Oh, he hit him right on the fist right on that.
Well, he got a pitch right in on him and tied him up, as you mentioned. And an easy 5-4-3 double play. Here it is again. Jacoby now looking to go the other way. Got his hands in, but not quickly enough.
Nope.
You know, when you look to go the other way and they do jam you, when they pitch inside, you can get jammed. You jam yourself.
Watch Willie here. Doesn't panic. Just gets nicked slightly, but not knocked down. And 2 men are out. The batter now, Chris Bando, hitting 250, bouncing to second. Randolph, the Yankee captain, picks it up and throws him out. Nothing across on one base hit. And at the end of an inning and a half, Yankees 2, Indians 1. We're now going to pause for station identification.
Ever wonder where the rich and famous go to play? Where else?
You're the king of the castle. Trump's Castle Hotel and Casino.
Of course, you don't have to be rich or famous. Thousands come every day by bus. Say, who are you anyway? My car.
Trump's Castle, the crown jewel of Atlantic City.
This is WPIX, New York.
Will all those into the taste of the flame-broiled Whopper please signify by raising your right hand or your left. Burger King, the best food for fast times.
Starting the day with the New York Times won't guarantee it'll be a better day, but it can help make a difference. The Times can give you the options that soften the edges
7-zip
and make life a little more interesting.
No pizza before dinner, Michael.
With ideas and information meaningful to you, the Times can sharpen your mind and stimulate your senses. Whether it starts your day
It's delicious.
or just becomes a part of it.
Oh, what's for dinner?
The New York Times, it adds life to your life.
Well, George Brett will lead the Kansas City Royals into the stadium to challenge the Yankees in a 3-game series this weekend. Friday night at 7:30, Saturday and Sunday afternoons. Those games start at 1:30. Sunday is Transistor Radio Day. All fans attending will receive a Yankee Transistor Radio, compliments of Citibank. Tickets for the Yankee Royals series and for all Yankee home games are on sale at the Yankee, right here at the stadium 7 days a week from 9 to 5. Tickets may also be purchased through Ticketmaster. There are the numbers.
All right, and Phil Niekro, who really escaped being given the hook by the double play at line drive that Willie Randolph hit to Franco, and they doubled Pasqua at third. Joel Skinner, the batter, fouls it back in the upper deck, 1-1.
Tough play to get doubled off at third base with the bases loaded on a line drive.
I'm sure that Lou Piniella had a little chat with Dan Pasqua because all he's got to do is stand on the bag. If the ball goes through, he walks home, and if it doesn't, he can't double him. Knuckleball high and tight, 2-1.
Milwaukee now leading Baltimore 4-0 in the second inning. You know, their pitching staff has an ERA of over 5, but they're scoring 7.
You're right. I read that in the pit. Bouncer to short. Franco got that good, strong arm. One away.
So they're scoring runs, those Brewers.
Yep.
Rob Deere, home runs, 3 of them. Robin Yount's healthy. Molitor.
Molitor is really having an outstanding year.
That's Brock, the guy from the Dodgers.
Well, that kid, I don't know how to pronounce his name, S-V-E-U-M. He is filling in. Swaim. He is playing shortstop for the injured shortstop and doing an outstanding job. Yep. And he's a good ball player. All right, Wayne Tallison, who is batting right-handed, as you can see, not switching. He did that last year against Niekro in the knuckleball. And what a year Tallison's having. Batting .440. 2 RBIs, and that's low. 1-1. All shortstops are very exciting ball players, White.
Yeah.
And very smart.
Yeah.
Strike 2, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Actually, with the exception of a couple of second basemen, they're the brains of the infield.
Hey, Smarty, look at the
oh, Knight. And Puckett always gets off to a fast start. There's Knight, who the Mets traded, leading.
Now, wait a minute. The Mets didn't sign him.
Oh, they didn't. That's right. They didn't trade him. You're right. Well, I think he pulled a rock. I'll name all the guys that pulled rocks. He and
Phil
Dawson.
Rizzuto.
No,
Phil Rizzuto.
No, wait a minute. I'm talking about salary-wise. A foul out. Making half what they should have made because either their agents or they were very greedy.
Who are they?
I just told you, Knight. Dawson's only getting half of what Montreal offered him. Horner with
He's
Atlanta.
Nothing.
And he might have to end up in Japan playing.
But he'd have to end up running his restaurants.
Has he got restaurants?
Yep.
Tim Raines is another one. Gedman, holy cow. Down the right field line, but curving foul and back out of play.
Don't you think some of these people will be signed on May 1st?
Yes, but they won't get what they would have gotten had they not been stubborn. Even Guidry. Guidry's going to have to take a little slice.
How come?
Because he didn't sign for what they wanted to give him. You can't stay, you can't stay out and then come back and expect to get what you asked for previously.
You've done it.
Yeah, but that's why I said shortstops are very smart. He traps me every time. All right, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Line, base hit. I tell you, that little guy, he'll make a double easily. And if they nonchalant it, he'll go to third. I mean,
he might have hurt his leg. I think he pulled a muscle to first base.
Carlton?
I'm not sure.
Oh, don't say that.
He sort of hobbled into second. Let's watch it again. Here's a line drive past the third baseman, Jacoby.
He's reaching down for something.
Good play in that left field corner by Mel Hall. Looked like he might have been limping in the second base. Of course, you know, he just got his opportunity to start last year in the ball game. You can't get him out of that lineup for anything.
He'll hang in there. He did remember he had a little problem with his leg in the spring, and he hasn't quite gotten over it, but as you said, when he made that turn, he might have... Yeah, he's flexing the left leg. Old Eagle Eye White. All right, here is Ricky Henderson, who homered his first time up, strike 1. That was base hit number 3 for the Yankees. Henderson, Mattingly, and Tallison. There's Tallison leading off second.
I believe it's the left leg.
Yes, it is. He keeps lifting that left leg. And knuckleball breaks low, 1-1.
Has Henderson bunted this year yet, or attempted to bunt?
No, but he said, maybe he just said that to foul up the... There it is, Milwaukee 4, Baltimore nothing. Raining there, the Mets leading the Phillies 2-0.
Cincinnati 3, Atlanta 2, that game in the second inning.
Boy, that kid Eric Davis must be some kind of a ball player, White. Low, 2-1. What a year he's having. They all talk about him.
He's got a lot of tools.
Yep. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. 2-1 Yanks lead in the bottom of the second.
What are tools?
Tools are your glove, your feet, your eyes. and your wallet.
Funny, the old baseball, the tools,
yeah,
the wheels.
Wheels, right.
What do they call the arm? The wing.
The wing.
That's from Martin here.
Yeah. Three balls and a strike. One out. Now let's see if he throws the fastball. Every time he's tried the knuckleball when he's been behind, he hasn't gotten it over. Ricky, who hit that line drive home run over the left field fence first time up. And now Niekro took too much time. High ball 4. He didn't do it again. And that is the third walk given up by Niekro.
Well, he's had a lot of problems with that knuckleball. He's walked 3, as you mentioned, Scooter, and hit 1, and struck out just 1.
Yep.
And that's Claudell Washington, who's up now. He struck out in the first inning.
All right, Ricky at first and Tollison at second. And Claudell the batter. Base hit. And that'll score Tollison. Henderson's going to go to third. And they don't even make a play. Holy cow. Boy, you talk about respecting speed there, White. Yanks lead 3-1.
Well, Claudell Washington ripping his ball past Niekro up the middle, the easy base hit. Tollison scored easily. He didn't show any effects of that of his leg. Henderson chugs into third base, and Gallagher's throw went into second, making sure Washington stayed at first base.
Willie Randolph, the captain right there.
Gary Ward next to him on this side.
And is that Charles Hudson
on the other side?
Well, what a game he pitched yesterday. All right, Mattingly had an infield hit his first time up. And now time is called, and
I think we're going to get Carlton here. They're going to go out and talk a little bit to Niekro. Carlton's up and throwing again. They might want the left-hander to come on and pitch to Mattingly.
All right, let's see. Well, here comes the plate umpire. John Hirschberg out. Break up the huddle.
There's Lefty.
Is that his nickname?
Yep. Started with the Cardinals. Grew a beard. Bush didn't like him, sent him to Phillies.
No kidding.
Yep.
That was before beards were fashionable, huh?
Yep.
Well, you're right, White.
Not yet. Akers going out.
Oh, this is his first trip?
First trip this inning.
That looks like, though, he is... And while the pitching change is being made, I don't know for sure yet, let's take time out along the Yankee baseball.
Good evening. It was another bad day on Wall Street. The Dow average slumping 34 points in the second heaviest trading ever, some 267 million shares. The major problem is the trade deficit, over $15 billion in February. And it seems to be getting worse even as the dollar continues to slide, hitting a new low against the Japanese yen today. For the Independent News, I'm Brad Holbrook.
You're about to come face to face with a parent's greatest nightmare. We're losing our children. Dropouts, runaways, a lost generation. Many turn to the streets, to crime, drugs, prostitution.
I'll take you live to city streets across America. You'll meet these kids, see their nightmare, and ask yourself, why?
Mommy. See it live Monday at 8 on Channel 11.
Every day I'm trying harder. My goal is pleasing you.
When you rent a car from Avis, it comes with a lot of people who want to make sure you're satisfied. Reservation and counter people, mechanics, managers and maintenance people. They're Avis. You may not always see them, but they're there. Rent a Cadillac from Avis for only $45 a day.
With every Budweiser enjoyed, the promise endures. The promise of genuine quality. Without compromise, without fail. Beechwood aged Budweiser and Bud Light.
Genuine proof that somebody still and always will care about quality. And that is a promise.
There's lefty Steve Carlton. 323 lifetime wins. Pitched 4 innings relieving Niekro in the ball game. Niekro won against the Blue Jays 14-3, and Carlton picked up a save. This is his first appearance here at Yankee Stadium. He was part of an all-star team, I believe, in '77. Didn't get the pitch, but they called him lefty, and Philly had an excellent slider, a nasty slider, good breaking ball, and he threw hard.
And he had good control, too, didn't he?
Yes.
Oh, this is, let's see, now there's something like this is exciting for me because you read about these great players, and that's why I like interleague play, although here with a trade we get to see Carlton and Niekro, both Niekros who are in the National League. Speaking of Niekro, Billy Martin tells me that Hoyt Wilhelm has joined the club to work with Joe Niekro. I want you people at home to know that White nodded his head. All right, Mattingly, the batter. Oh, I don't know whether that was a slider.
I believe that's his slider. He's got excellent slider. He had. I'm not sure about his velocity anymore.
All right, 1 strike on Mattingly. Well, he went after a pitch out of there. Now it must look good coming up.
Well, obviously the velocity isn't there anymore, Phil. Mattingly out front, the problems he's had. He's got to wait back. Of course, he's seeing Carlton for the first time.
Yep. Oh, man, I tell you, Mattingly is so out of sync. I have never seen him throw the bat at the ball, and he struck out 3 times yesterday, White.
Every pitch away from him. That ball well out of the strike zone.
Not only that, but you take a little off, and he just can't seem to stay back.
Well, there he is. See his behind out there? No way you can go get that ball out there when you open up. He's opening up a little bit too quickly, I believe.
See his what? Backside you talking about?
Yes.
Did you hear? Okay, I'm glad you were here, Martin. You heard that. Here's Dan Pasqua. Walked his first time up. Oh!
Also has a good move to first base.
Is it a balk move or?
Oh, left-hander's balk.
Okay. 2 men are out. First and third. Yankees lead 3-1. That was a good breaking pitch, but a little low, ball 1.
Looks like every pitch he's thrown so far has been a slider, but with no velocity.
That's right. He hasn't thrown the fastball or a straight ball yet.
You get him out any way you can.
Right. Yeah, and he was a little late.
Oh, that was a fastball.
Not too bad a fast. That's what I mean. He was a little late on it.
It reminds me now a little bit of Frank Tanana. Although, you know, Tanana throws that slow curve. Once in a while, a good fastball.
Yeah. And he got under it. Oh, man. That would have been over the moon if he hadn't quite got under it. And Corey Snyder makes the catch. The Yankees pick up a run on 2 hits. And at the end of 2 innings, Yankees 3 and the Indians 1.
Hey, everybody, the new computers are here.
New computers? Who, may I ask, authorized new computers?
Yeah, who?
You did.
Who did? I did? IBM. Of course I did.
The new IBM Personal System 2. The next generation in personal computing. New computers, new printers, and software. And IBM's new graphics put 256 colors on a screen at once. So our work will be bolder and brighter.
If it'll make him brighter, count me in.
Personal System 2 is faster. Oh, and it has incredible power.
Someone say, power?
It's a miracle. He's following instructions. Hey, we were made for each other.
Is it easy to use?
Even you could use it.
Can we tie it all together?
Ooh, Personal System 2 has excellent connectivity.
So we can talk to each other?
Only if we have to.
It's just what we need. Who's responsible for this?
Well, IBM.
Introducing the new Personal System 2 family from IBM.
Okay, you live in the Big Apple. What counts to you?
A good deal.
Low financing.
Then head for your Dodge dealers. Right now, you can get low financing or high cash back on most Dodge imports in stock. 3.7% financing or $300 back on Colt E hatchback. 3.7 or $300 back on Colt DL. And 3.7 or $300 back on Colt Premier. Get a great deal on a great Dodge import today.
We know what counts to the Big Apple.
Dodge, setting new standards of performance.
When his stomach balks, Davy Johnson reaches for serious medicine. Rolaids consumes all the acid required to bring millions 100% relief. And relief is needed on days like these.
I should have gone into golf.
Get serious relief. Get Rolaids.
When you're allergy sensitive, your next attack may be only a breath away. For relief, depend on Benadryl. Doctors have prescribed it more than any allergy medication ever. Benadryl from Park Davis.
Well, you wonder if Bob Tewksbury's all right. Mark Connor going out along with the catcher, Joel Skinner, to talk to Tewksbury. Home plate umpire John Hurstbeck also out there. That will not count as a trip by Connor. By the way, we're joined now, Scooter, by Billy Martin. Good news on Mickey Mantle, Billy.
Yes, it is, Bill. I talked to him just before the game. He's home now. There's nothing wrong with his heart. He had a bronchial infection and fatigue because he'd been traveling quite a bit, doing a lot of shows and things, and he's just wore out, so he's got to take it easy for a week.
I tell you, that is good news because it was amazing. They gave him that...
He said that hurt. You know, that,
yeah,
they checked his heart out. Yes.
Gallagher is the... But I had the same thing done, but I forgot the name of the angioplasty, but Mickey didn't need that. I can't believe it. He got a clean bill of health. His heart was perfect. Can you believe it?
Well, he had symptoms like it could have been a heart problem, and he took no chances.
He and Martin never sleep, and their heart's perfect. Here, I get all the sleep. I think too much sleep is not good for you. Bouncer. Oh, in between hop, and he made the play. Holy cow. Now, that is a tough chance, Martin, right?
Yes, it is, Scoot. He went to his left real nice, turned properly on the ball, made a perfect throw to first base. You know, he's playing with a slight pull in his leg, Phil.
Uh-huh. Look at this throw. Off balance.
And a strike.
Shortstops, White.
Yeah.
Here is
shortstops.
Tony Bernazar, who singled and scored the Indians 1 run. Ball 1.
How do you like our new infield out there, Scooter?
Yeah, tell me about it. I can see it's a different composition.
Well, they had new dirt put in this winter. And it's
rip foul,
They have some new clay out there now, a lot more clay than they had in the past, and it's really a good infield now.
Well, so far, I've seen nothing but true hops.
It's going to be a good one.
I remember last year the Yankee infielders were really moaning.
Because they couldn't catch.
I think it's psychological. Got him!
Second strike.
Second strike.
Yeah.
But there's now a big slope behind second base, Scoot.
Oh, there is?
Yeah, because they had to build infield up.
All right. I remember when I was a kid, they used to have those type infields. Time is called turtle back infield, we used to call them. Because the turtle's back is sort of slants 4 ways.
Do you remember that,
4
Bill?
ways?
Jimmy Hunter had a good... He said, in Brooklyn, that's the way the turtle's back goes. 4 different ways, dodging the traffic. Speaking of that, did you see what they did in England with the frogs?
Now, how do we get to England? we're getting a lesson in geography here.
Bobby Bonds, there he is. Made the play. What a ball play he was. No, in England, they were losing all their frogs.
Johnny Gurl's over third base umpire.
Third because they were getting run over by cars, so they built this little hole that somebody had the brainstorm to build a little drain hole from one gutter to the next, and they just go through that, and now the frogs are being saved. Nice play by Mattingly. Flips to Tewksbury inside. Beautiful play.
That's what you like about quality ball players. He doesn't take a slump out in the field with him. Dave Winfield, same kind of player,
exactly. That's exactly right. A lot of players have been, you know, their head hanging down and taking their bat out there. And not this guy, not Winfield either. They're just real gamers.
He just stepped over that little gully for the frog.
No,
What's the name of that tunnel, Phil?
I've got it home. I should have brought it, but I think it's and now in the off the D, jammed him. And Tollison throws him out. 3 up, 3 down, end of 2.5. Yankees 3 and the Indians 1.
I saw.
Lincoln Town Car, please.
Cadillac Brougham, please.
Cadillac, huh? Frankly, I prefer a big car.
I agree.
Too bad Cadillac doesn't make a really big car anymore.
Is that so?
My town car now, that's big.
My Cadillac Brougham, it's bigger.
Well, mine's pretty big.
Cadillac Brougham, the longest regular production car in the world. At your Cadillac Tri-Statesman. See why Cadillac owners stay with Cadillac.
I'll never give up my Cadillac.
Bud Thunder. It's revved up and coming at you.
Not long ago, this young computer specialist had a routine physical. They found a malignancy, but because they found it early, he's perfectly well now, busier than ever. U.S. Healthcare wants people to have early checkups, and unlike many other health plans, it pays for them. Considering the cost of discovering cancer too late, it's a very small price for us to pay. No one watches over you like us. U.S. Healthcare.
Turtle Wax gives a hard shell finish. Turtle Wax.
Generation after generation, Turtle Wax has been the world's best-selling car wax. Nothing has been able to clean, shine, and protect your car better. Only Turtle Wax gives a super hard shell finish. And it's still the best-selling car wax in the world.
Turtle Wax.
All right, Steve Carlton working to Dave Winfield. You see that turtle wax on there, White? They picked up on what I was saying for the commercial. All right, Winfield walked his first time up. Strike one. Now, did he throw any more overhand than that, White, when he...
No, he's three-quarter.
Three-quarter? He certainly has kept himself in good shape, Martin.
Works hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, he's one of them guys, too, that don't talk to newspapermen. Isn't that correct, Bill?
He doesn't have anything to say.
Oh, if it stays... Holy cow. Wait a minute. Another upper deck job. Look at... Oh, look at Winfield. I don't blame him. He hit that one yesterday and just stood there and oohed and awed.
He got all of that,
What's
didn't he,
this
Phil?
body English? Look at the body English thing. And he's got a lot of body. Oh. Isn't that a... I mean, you hit one that far. You should at least get a double, right?
Maybe that there foul line isn't up high enough for him.
Oh, man. 0-2.
If you were that big, Phil, I wouldn't have had to fight for you.
You're right. I'd like to be that big for one day. Just miss.
Carl's one of the first guys to use rice.
Oh, great story.
Milwaukee leading Baltimore 4-3. Orioles coming back in the third inning.
That is a great story, White. Expound on that. Come on. Got him. Fastball nicked the outside corner. Winfield doesn't believe it. So, lefty looking pretty good out there, White. Struck out 2 of the 3 men he's faced.
And that's a good fastball. Looks like it got the outside corner tailing away.
How about the rice? Sticking his arm in that rice. You know, normal human beings can't do it.
Well, he did a lot of karate work. Always worked on his own. Didn't work with the other, a loner, sort of.
Boy,
as Billy said, he doesn't speak to the press, although I think since he's been moved around a little bit, he's said a little bit more.
Uh-huh.
He does a lot of hunting also. I hear he's a big elk hunter.
Yeah?
Yes, he goes up to Montana every year. I met him the other day downtown, Phil. I had a nice talk with him.
Yeah?
Seemed like a real nice man.
Oh, I'm sure he is. Strike one.
Carver might make a comeback.
Who?
Used to catch him all the time. McCarver used to catch this guy all the time.
Oh, yeah?
The Phillies, yeah. Personal catcher.
Fouled out of play. I'd say he's nipping the corners, White.
He's always had good control, hasn't he, Bill?
Yes.
Low.
There's that slider.
Yep. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out.
Kind of change your stance a little bit, wouldn't it, Bill, on a pitcher like this? Don't give him that outside.
In the dugout.
And he got him. He couldn't pull the trigger. Now, he threw him a little slider there, White, on 3 and 2.
That's his best pitch, a slider.
Just moved a little bit. 3 strikeouts out of the 4 men he faced. He'd be a good catch for some team to pick up.
He's painting those corners, isn't he?
Yes, he is. Look at that. Just moved, and Pags couldn't decide whether to swing or not. Here's Randolph. Willie lined into a double play his first time up. Oh, man. Now, that was not a... That thing really broke.
Curveball.
Curveball. Strike one. 2 out. Nobody on. 3-1. The Yanks lead. 1-1.
Speaking about animals, Phil, you were talking about turtles and frogs.
Yeah.
You know, Ricky Henderson, when I was managing him in Milwaukee, hit a bird also and ball fell in. So the other day, when that James hit that pigeon, that wasn't the first time.
That was not the first time. Well, then the Elias...
nope.
What?
Seymour Siwash called in. He said don't blame Elias for that.
I'm not blaming him, but I thought I had...
Nope. He said that for the first time in his memory.
Oh.
That he thought, but he said obviously it could have happened someplace else, and obviously Billy was there, it did.
And Maxwell, I believe, did it in Boston one time, hit a pigeon. Remember?
Charlie Maxwell?
Charlie Maxwell when he was playing for the Red Sox, yes.
So Winfields, of course, doesn't count.
No, that was a grounder.
Still 2-2 on Randolph.
That's a seagull.
That was our national bird, wasn't it?
Right.
Yeah.
Yankees lead 3-1 here in the bottom of the 3rd. A little high, 3-2. And this is something the Yankees had trouble doing last year, putting a long winning streak together. He jammed him that time, and Randolph fights it off, goes back in the seats.
Like that was a slider in on the fist, wasn't it?
He's not throwing any fastballs,
Of course, you remember Mel Parnell was very famous for that. Here's that pitch right there, Scoot. No, looked like it might have been a fastball, Scoot.
Backup job, huh?
Yeah.
That's right. He makes a lot of faces just before he's White.
What's that?
Carlton makes a lot of faces just before he's ready to pitch.
Excellent observation.
I mean, it throws the hitter off. That should not be allowed. Make faces at the hitter. High, ball 4, and that's the first man to get on. Carlton had retired all 4 men he faced. And now Joel Skinner, who bounced to short his first time up.
We might see a little better move to first base by Carlton with Randolph there. Willie stole his first base yesterday. In fact, I think that tied him with Roy White on the for second place on the all-time Yankee list. His 233rd yesterday.
Strike one.
Hal Chase is the leader with 248. So Randolph with a 2-year contract should become.
But what about Henderson?
Well, Henderson's got a little. Wait a minute. You're right.
He'll be there in no time.
He might be there this year.
No, I don't think so. A little low, 1-1.
Just for the Yankees now we're talking about.
Just for the Yankees, yeah.
Oh, Ricky has over 180, doesn't he, already? Let me double check Henderson here in 2 years.
He got 130 in 1 year.
No, for the Yankees, though, we're talking.
As the Yankees, stolen bases, Henderson 80 in 1985 and 87 last year, so 167.
He could do it. All right.
Well, barring any injuries, Phil, he should break all records.
Oh, yes. So we
he's got those left field legs.
Well, what kind of legs
he
are those?
does. They're good for stealing bases, but not for running from center field to left to right. Throw, he's back. You know, Niekro was the 5th oldest pitcher to ever pitch in a major league game. Old Satchel Paige, nobody knows for sure how old he really was. They got him for 59, another throw to first. Jack Quinn was 50 years. Hoyt Wilhelm, who Billy Martin mentioned before, working with Joe Niekro, is 48 years and 11 months. And Nick Altrock with the old Senators, 48 years, and then Niekro. And that's high, 2 balls and a strike. And we mentioned before that with Carlton in there again, second time he's relieved Phil Niekro. You know, it's funny, Mark, we were talking about how much age there was on the pitching mound with Phil Niekro and Carlton. High, and it's 3-1.
What'd you say, around 90-something, Phil?
Yeah, but... And Don Carney got a little cute and said, how much age in the broadcast booth?
Between you and Bill.
Between me and Bill, it's over 120. And with you thrown in...
300.
That's unbelievable. Another throw.
He's got a better move than that.
All right, it's 3 balls and a strike. 2 men out. Yanks lead 3-1. Upstairs fouled out of play, and Randolph will be off with 2 out.
Well, Pinella's going to have to make some decisions next week, Phil, on his pitching staff, the starting rotation, and the long relief.
Yeah, well...
He's going with a 4-man rotation, isn't he?
Well, I guess so, right for a while here with his days off.
He jammed him. And nice play by Jacoby, and he throws him out. So on the Turtle Wax scoreboard at the end of 3 innings, it's the Yankees 3 and the Indians 1.
This was for all that you do. Hello!
In the minors, you must have called it all 1,000 times, but you never lost sight of the dream.
I got a telegram for you, Tony.
Okay, thanks, Pops.
Hi, babe. Hey, guess what? I got the call. Yeah? Brenda Majors.
You've got a shot, you'll take it.
What's this rookie over?
You've got the heart to make it. You've got the fire, that big league desire. You keep on reaching higher. You make America work, and this was for you.
Here's to you. Beechwood age for that clean, crisp taste that makes Budweiser the king of beer.
Hi. Compliments from the gentleman over there.
This was for you.
Lincoln Town Car, please.
Cadillac Brougham, please.
Cadillac, huh? Frankly, I prefer a big car.
I agree.
Too bad Cadillac doesn't make a really big car anymore.
Is that so?
My town car now, that's big.
My Cadillac Brougham, it's bigger.
Well, mine's pretty big.
Cadillac Brougham, the longest regular production car in the world. At your Cadillac Tri-Statesman. See why Cadillac owners stay with Cadillac.
I'll never give up my Cadillac.
Participating advertisers in New York Yankee baseball are Turtle Wax, America's #1 selling car wax. And by the Daily News, the New York Daily News, New York's hometown paper.
We're going to the 4th inning. You're on.
And the Yankees are leading this ball game by a score of 3-1. This is Joe Carter against Bob Tewksbury. Ball 1. Carter has been up once, single in a run. He singled in the Cleveland run in the top of the 1st. Low again, ball 2. Billy Tewksbury's trouble. The first innings he was getting behind the Indian batters.
Trying to be a little too fine, Bill, instead of going after the hitters.
Oh,
that's gone.
That's gone. Holy cow.
Joe Carter is hit his 2nd home run in 2 days for the Cleveland Indians. And it's now 3-2 Yankees. Carter 2 for 2 against Tewksbury. His 3rd home run of the year and his 6th run batted in.
He got all of that, didn't he?
Oh, man, did he crush that.
Well, Carter had an excellent year for the Indians last year. In fact, he's on the cover of their media guide. And let's watch this swing again.
All right, here it is.
High fastball up in on him.
Yes, it was. He was a little disappointed that, and he rightly so, that he didn't get more votes for the MVP, White.
Well, he hit .302 last year, got 200 base hits, 29 home runs, led the league with 121 runs batted in. Here's Andy Thornton, the designated hitter, struck out in the first, called out on strikes. 2 balls, no strikes on Thornton.
This what always bothers you, Bill, is when a pitcher gives up a home run, invariably he always walks the next hitter. Why, I'll never know.
It's got to shake him up.
Well, he's still thinking about the home run.
Yeah.
Oh, that's foul. Full foul way down the left side.
He's keeping that ball up, as you mentioned, Billy. That's bad news.
He might be tiring a little bit, Phil, and when he gets up, you're going to get hurt.
And I got the bullpen up, that second upper deck foul right there.
Looks like Guante's getting up in the Yankee bullpen. This is playable. Ricky Henderson coming on in left. Going out is Tollison, giving way to the left fielder, and there's one away.
You always like to see that, Bill, don't you? The outfielder run off the infielder like that. That's the way you teach them. They don't always do it that way.
That's
Cecilio Guante.
Cecilio, right?
Sometimes, Billy, it's hard to hear when you get a big crowd.
That's correct. That's correct. But if you have that guy waving his hands at shortstop, then usually you run out away from it. The guy keeps going, then they hear those footsteps, and invariably they drop the ball.
That's right.
Here's Mel Hall, the left fielder. Hall has been up once. He flied to Henderson in left field. That was in the first inning. Into center field, Claudell Washington. Just a bit to his right, dancing. And they're 2 outs.
Now, he took a little bit off both pitches to Thornton and Hall and had them just enough out front where they had all the weight on the front foot. Whoa.
He's going to have to do that, Phil, in order to be effective.
Oh, yeah.
Now here's Corey Snyder, the right fielder. He singled to left field in the second inning. Cut down, though, when Jacoby bounced into a double play. Indians got a run in the first. Yankees came back with 2 in the bottom of the first. Chased Niekro in the second with another run. Cleveland picking up a run here in the fourth on the home run by Carter, so it's 3-2 Yankees with 2 outs, nobody on.
I think Cleveland's got the same problem as the Yankees have. They're looking at their pitching staff, trying to get it straightened out. They have 9 good players they can put out there, but if they don't get that pitching, they're going to be having some trouble.
Well, we mentioned last year, Billy Martin, that the Indians' .284 batting average was the best in the American League. Plus, they scored more runs than any other team in the American League.
They'll score a lot of runs, Bill, and so will the Yankees, but they got to hold the opposition down so they can stay in the ball game.
2 balls and a strike on Snyder. Back up the middle, base hit.
Well, I tell you, when you said he had a quick back, White, that one I thought the ball was going to be by him, and all of a sudden he saw the ball break and creamed it. Yep.
You got to throw him that high fastball, although maybe Tewksbury doesn't have the velocity to get it up there now. Hit ball down low, it swung right through it.
Yep.
It's a good swing.
So with 2 outs and Snyder at first base, the batter is Brooke Jacoby, who bounced into a double play in the second. Started by Mike Pagliarulo. Randolph was the middleman.
You know, I know anything can happen in the baseball, Billy and Bill, but right now Milwaukee, as you mentioned, White, that their pitching staff has given up over 5 runs per game, and they're undefeated. Now, you know that can't go on for a whole season.
Well, then the pitching staff will come around and they won't get any hits.
That's right.
That's the way it works.
Yep.
Well, there's Pinella. The Yankees have won 4 of the 7 games played so far this year.
Well, we got blown out in Kansas City in a couple of ball games where you didn't have no chance to come back. And
that's right. And Righetti out there was, you know, couldn't be used.
1-1 on Jacoby. He got jammed last time up. Looks like he's opened up a little bit, looking for the ball inside.
Well, he likes that ball up out over the plate. That's where he hit the home run on yesterday. It was a slider up out over the plate.
Curveball is too low. It's 2 balls under strike on Jacoby. There's Pat Corrales, the manager of the Indians. He had Carlton with the Phillies. That's probably why Carlton is here with the Indians.
Now that you mention, I remember reading that.
How'd you like to get fired with your team in first place?
Is that what happened to him?
Yep.
You gotta be kidding.
Well, that's not bad, Phil. I got fired winning tennis, so that's...
I don't know. I always wanted to be a manager, but I don't know about those two cases happen. That's
2-2 on Jacoby. And another base hit up the middle. Snyder decides he'd better hold at second base.
And he was jammed.
So Corey Snyder at second base, Jacoby on at first as we watch it again.
Or was it the end of the bat? No, whatever it was, he didn't hit it well. Uh-oh, that's it, huh? This is the second trip to the mound?
No, they went out earlier, and they felt something might have been wrong. Mark Connor went out, and that didn't count.
You're right, White.
But now when Piniella goes out, normally it's with the hook.
You're right again.
Billy, how do managers some managers like to take the pitcher out. Some managers like to send the pitching coach to take the pitcher out. Now, Lou here is going to let Tewksbury stay in.
I like to take the pitcher out. Sometimes you let your pitching coach take him out. It depends how you feel. If you're real mad at the pitcher, you send your pitching coach out.
So Tewksbury will stay in. As I remember last year, every time Lou went out, the guy came back with him.
The thing here that is tough on a manager is you got to make that quick split decision. Leave him in, take him out. And if you leave him in, the guy creams one. And the fans boo, and they get on. If you get him out, then you're a genius.
Well, I always say, Phil, you should make your mind up before you even go out there.
Right.
And if you're going to go out there, I think the manager should go out there to chew the pitcher out.
Base hit for Bendo. Let's see if they try to score. Snyder. And they've safe. Snuck in around on the backside. So Snyder scores. Jacoby goes to third, and we've got a tie ball game. Winfield with a fine throw, but Snyder with good speed.
Here comes Lou. Now, this is what we're talking about. He really went down and got that slider. And I think if Skinner stays back a little bit, they got him. But he went out and got the ball instead of waiting for it. Watch this. And then he gets by him.
It's a good slide right there, Phil.
Yep.
So while the pitching change is being made, let's take time out along the Yankee Baseball Network for the following message.
Good evening. I'm Sheila Steinbach. Coming up on New York Tonight after the game, child drug dealers. Shocking charges that young children are being recruited to sell drugs at a Brooklyn welfare hotel. A 13-year-old New Jersey girl turns in her father for allegedly using and pushing narcotics. New Yorkers are frantically trying to kick the habit before tough anti-smoking laws go into effect. We'll have a review of the new movie, Making Mr. Right. And will the Rangers pull off another win? Details after the game.
I want to give him an automobile. It's going to open up his world.
Ford, the man and the machine, the story of Henry Ford's extraordinary vision of America in motion.
Liar!
And the toll it took on those who loved him.
Bastard!
Cliff Robertson is Henry Ford. Hope Lang is Clara. Heather Thomas as Evangeline. Michael Ironside as Bennett. R.H. Thompson as Edsel.
Ford, the man and the machine, premieres April 27th on Channel 11.
Nobody tells it like the Daily News.
Nobody tells it like the Daily News.
Nobody knows it like the Daily News.
Bill Madden is to sports writing what Dave Winfield is to fielding.
Nobody shows it like the Daily News. Nobody knows it. Nobody shows it. Nobody tells it like the Daily News. Yes, New York's hometown paper.
Well, that's Cecilio Guante coming on in relief of Bob Tewksbury. Tell us a little bit about Cecilio, Billy.
No, he's a National Leaguer, White. You know I know very little about National League.
Billy's going to tell us about him.
Well, he's a side armor. His ratings are real high when we got him in on the trade, and so far he's had a bad spring, and he hasn't really looked good during the season. But he says he always gets off to a bad start, so let's just hope he starts coming around now, because I think Lou really needs him.
He really does.
Came over with Roden in that deal with Pittsburgh.
which was a real good deal for us. We got three good pitchers, actually.
Clements.
And if this guy can live up to what they say about him.
Basically a fastball pitcher?
Fastball, slider.
Well, he's got a, is that Drysdale's number, 50? No, that's Gossage's number, 54, right?
Yes,
Right.
Goose had 54 when he was here.
Now, Guante, with that kind of delivery, should be tough to hit, and he's been getting creamed. And I had read in the paper where Pinello was going to go up and stand there at the plate and also in back of the catcher to see why, not in an actual game, but in a simulated game, and find out why the ball was coming up so flat.
And fat.
Yeah, more fat than flat, you're right.
Well, the Indians have tied it here in the 4th inning with scoring 2 runs, and it's all tied at 3. They have runners at 1st and 3rd with 2 outs, and this is Dave Gallagher, the center fielder, batting against Cecilio Guante. Ball 1. At third base with a try, Brooke Jacoby. On at first base, Chris Bando. Bando does not have good speed. Jacoby average speed. That's low. 2-0.
Boy, he's got big fingers too, hasn't he?
Valirulo will go to second for the force, and that'll retire the side. But the Indians tied with 2. And at the end of 3.5 innings of play, the Indians 3, the Yankees 3. Let's pause for station identification.
Hey, at this rate, we'll never get to see the eclipse. Step on it.
But, Bob, I am. Maybe you can do something. It's your car.
It's the gasoline. Better switch tanks to Texaco Super Unleaded. Its higher octane helps knock out the NOx and raw power. And its Petrox detergent helps clean fuel injectors and keeps them clean.
That did it.
We even eclipsed the tour bus.
Texaco Super Unleaded, huh?
Yeah. Superstar power for more car power.
This is WPIX, New York.
Lincoln Town Car, please.
Cadillac Brougham, please.
Cadillac, huh? Frankly, I prefer a big car.
I agree.
Too bad Cadillac doesn't make a really big car anymore.
Is that so?
My town car now, that's big.
My Cadillac Brougham. It's bigger.
Well, mine's pretty big.
Cadillac Brougham, the longest regular production car in the world. At your Cadillac Tri-Statesman. See why Cadillac owners stay with Cadillac.
I'll never give up my Cadillac.
Hey, Whitey, let me borrow your radio.
No way. You're not playing that country western on my radio. All that twanging's bad for a radio.
Country and western is good music.
Come, catfish. Country and western lacks melodic sophistication. The chord progression are simplistic. The harmonies...
Citibank presents Yankee Transistor Radio Day, April 19th at 1:30. All fans will receive a Yankee Transistor Radio, compliments of Citibank.
Yankee baseball, where traditions are born.
A reminder, this copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Yankees and WPIX intended solely for the private non-commercial use of our audience. Any publication, reproduction, retransmission, or other use of the pictures, descriptions, and account of this game or any segment thereof without the express written consent of the Yankees is prohibited. William?
Wayne Towson leading off against Steve Carlton in the 4th with the score tied. The Yankees 3 and Cleveland 3. Towson 1 for 1. He doubled and scored in the 2nd inning. So far, Carlton's pitched well for the Indians since relieving Phil Niekro in the 2nd inning. He has struck out 3, walked 1 of the 6 men he's faced.
I was going to say, I can see how deceptive he can be. He's got a very easy, fluid motion. And that ball sneaks up a little bit there.
Maybe that's why he's pitched so long, Bill.
That's right. You're right, Billy. That's right.
2 balls under strike on Tolleson. He'll be followed by Henderson. Then we'll get Claudell Washington in the Yankee half of the 4th inning.